course, it's the Friday Frukus. We got the Island Vibes Comedy Jam. Where you moving to? Where you moving?
I'm making some space.
Stay right there. Where you going? Why you gotta get up for?
Because I'm the guest.
You sit there, right?
Yes, I do.
Come on in, Tommy.
True.
Yeah, we rolling. We like Hollywood. We just go right through. Tommy Davidson.
Come on in. What's up?
Tom, you remember you was here before, right? In the studio here with us? Okay, I'm just saying. Just checking to see if you have any Alzheimer's. You know what I mean?
No.
I know you're getting a little old, Tommy.
I got old timers.
Old timers.
Yeah, old timers.
Old timers. Tommy Davidson is in the building. What's going on, my brother?
Everything is good. Look, I'm happy to be here.
Mm-hmm.
If you can put my name on something and then people come to see me, that's a miracle.
So if we could put your name on the milk carton,
yeah, I'd like that.
We can't find you though. We can't come to see you.
No, that's missing. Yeah. But if you put, hey, Tommy Davis's milk,
Tommy Davis.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So you've been here for a minute now. What day you got to St.Maarten?
This is beautiful.
You got here what, Wednesday, Thursday? What day you got here?
I got here,
Wednesday?
Wednesday, right? Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
This is beautiful, like all my Caribbean islands, because of the people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's always good to see my black folk.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So the sunshine, the water, but the most valuable resource is the people.
The people. The
Yeah.
people them. That's what we say in the Caribbean. The people them.
The people them.
There you go. You gotta say it like that.
Help me out. Help me out
You gotta
now.
say that. The people them.
Help me out now. You know, help me out.
Yeah. You guys say that. The people them.
The people them.
So what have you done? What have you been doing since you've been here?
Nothing. And I needed it. I needed to do nothing. You hear me, man?
So you just relax, just chill,
relax, hang with my daughter and my wife, just like by the pool.
Okay.
And yeah, ding 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 on that. Yeah. Pick it up.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Pick it up.
Do it. Pick it up. Who's anyone songs when they pick it up?
Forgot about that.
Don't forget that.
I forgot about that. So you're just relaxing, chilling, enjoying the sun, the fun.
Yes. Waiting for the time. For the stage.
Which is tomorrow night.
This is what it's about. Okay. This is what it's all about. You know, Tom Brady plays football.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, he used to.
Used to. Okay, but
yeah.
he's gonna ring forever, right?
Yeah.
So Tom Brady throws footballs. Michael Jordan dunks basketballs.
Used to.
I dunk mines now.
On the stage.
I dunk mine.
Okay.
Yeah, I dunk mines.
So all those guys you just mentioned, Tom Brady, Michael Jordan, their names are up in the rafters.
They're the
So, you know,
goats.
that's the good thing about me. I ain't up in the rafters.
You're scared of heights.
I'm among us. You know? I rode into this island on an ass. Okay.
Oh my!
So like you said, you've been here, you know, just relaxing, chilling with the wife and your daughter. So like nothing when it comes to, let's say, okay, you get some inspiration to write a new joke or new material. None of that. No work at all.
With those, I wait for it to come out naturally because I don't really think too much about what I do.
Right.
What comes out of me is funny. Here's how I started. A friend of mine, I got a job at a Ramada Inn. Okay. As an assistant chef at 19. That's good.
Okay.
Right? No, I didn't go to
pick it up.
You gotta say pick it up.
Okay, go ahead.
You was the chef
at 19. Pick it up. Okay, so I'm waiting for you next time. All you had to do was tell me that.
All right, it's
right.
coming.
So he, when I told him that, he told me, man, you crazy. You could be in Hollywood doing movies, doing stand up. You can be where Eddie Murphy is and all them, right?
Right.
And I said, get out of here. So he came to me. He said, and he worked at a strip club. Okay, the worst one in Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Cleaned up. Okay, so you know that job.
The one with the bullet holes in it.
Man, the bullet holes in the girls. so yeah. You know, pick it up. So he calls me and says, this guy is going to let you go on stage for 5 minutes. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah, for 5 minutes. And I was like, why? He said, because I told him you were funny. So I went down there finally, and they let me on stage, you know? And when I'm going on stage, he says, who is this guy? And he said, my friend. He said, okay. So I looked at him and I said, well, what am I supposed to do? He said, I don't care what you do, just say something. From the time I said a word, they laughed. It was already there.
Do you remember what you said?
No, it was already there. The funny is already there. So I don't have to think about that too much. Usually me writing something down is after I already said it.
Yeah.
So watch out.
Okay.
Watch out.
We got some more guests in the studio, Suppa.
That's right. We got some more comedians joining us. Don't forget, tomorrow night it goes down over there at Elise. That's right across the street from us here in Madam Estate. So we got Tommy Davidson. You just heard him on here. He's a pick.
Say it again. Pick up.
There you go.
I'm getting used to the script around here, man.
Also, we got the none other than Mr. White Yardie in the building. What a go on, my brethren?
Well, go on, you good?
Okay, I was hoping you kept the accent, because
of course, when I do it in mind, so I have to keep it. It's not clothes that you put on and take off.
I know, right? Yeah,
it's a part of you.
Yeah, it's me.
I've been following you for quite a long time. Saw you on social media doing your thing. At first, I'm not gonna lie, I really thought it was a gimmick.
I know. A lot of people think that, a lot of people feel like it's a put on thing, pretend and acting, but this is genuine, it's real.
At Jamaica you come from.
That's right.
Land of wood and water.
That's right.
Okay.
Everything
Do your research. Do your research.
Yes. You can't pretend that.
Land of
you can't pretend
not
that.
for this long anyway.
You don't want to pretend to be a Jamaican.
You know, is it? well, no, tell a lie. A lot of people do. There is benefits though. There is. But you get caught out. It's like there's only so long you can lie for, right?
Right, true.
Like I'm over 10 years now. Doing this for 10 years. Surely there's one like ex that don't like me that much, that I've dated before I became popular, that would have had some stories about me and be like, hey, he's not really that. So you know what I mean? So, you have to think about that, you know what I mean? There must be somebody in school that didn't like me in school. You know what I mean? That would have came forward by now and be like, yo, you see that guy? He's lying.
He's an imposter.
He's a white guy from London. He speaks like this. You know what I mean? Yeah, so no.
He's a Trini.
That's it.
So where were you born? You were born in London?
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
So it's very straightforward. It's my mother and my father. They lived in Jamaica for a long time.
Which parish?
St. Elizabeth, Black River.
Okay.
And basically, my mother when she was pregnant with me. Before me, she had a miscarriage before me.
Before that, yeah.
So when she was pregnant with me, she was scared and she flew to England. Because obviously the hospitals in Jamaica, especially my area where we live, wasn't the greatest. You understand what I mean? And she was feared. And then
it's like the strip clubs Tommy was just talking about with the bullet hole.
So anyway, she flew back to England and she gave birth to me. And lucky she did that because I was a cesarean baby. So if she had to had that procedure done in Jamaica, especially in the area we were, one of us could have not been here right now. You know what I mean? So, after 3 months, she healed and everything, and then we went back to Jamaica. So I was there until 3 months till I was 18.
Wow!
So it was my whole upbringing was there, foundation.
Tommy was explaining how he got into being a comedian. What's your story?
Mine, accident, literally accident. Was never ever. I never ever even wanted. I never even thought about being a comedian growing up.
What did you want to be?
Chef. Actual chef.
And look, he was a chef.
Pick it up again. Pick it up 3. Pick it up. Come on, pick it up.
Wait, you say he was a chef?
Yeah.
Oh,
in the Ramada.
Oh, okay.
I
wanted to be a chef on a cruise ship.
Oh,
that's exactly what I wanted to be.
I didn't have a plan.
Yeah, no, I mean, but like comedy just accidentally happened to me because I picked up the phone one day and I was doing they had an app before Instagram did videos which was called Keek. So it's like one of the first video apps that people had. A lot of people blew up on that app and still big now. And I remember I just picked it up and I just start express myself and give opinions and views on what I think about certain things. And one of my first videos was I was suggesting that people who smoke cigarettes and drink coffee, you need to walk with toothpaste, toothbrush, Listerine. Like, you need to have that. It needs to come as a package. You can't be first thing in the morning talking with coffee and cigarette breath. So people just like how I spoke about things and they said, yo, you should do stand-up. It's like, you're funny. Try it out. And it was just accident. And then my first stand-up was actually on my anniversary. Me and my wife's anniversary. And it was in front of friends and family. Literally, we were in our, we just had a barbecue and they would say, we call everybody in the front room and say, everybody sit down, we have something to tell you. And they were like, yes, you're finally getting married. I'm like, no. Oh, she pregnant again? I'm like, no. Like, why when you tell somebody you have something to tell you, everybody says,
thinks the worst. Thinks the worst.
I'm going to tell you.
You're going to jail.
Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, so then I was like, I'm gonna try stand up, and today is my first performance. And I just did it in front of the front room. There was like 10, 15 of us in there.
Yeah.
And that was it from there. It was like, they said, this is good, try it, keep going. And I was like, all right. And then, yeah, man. So accidentally.
And $40 million later, you're here.
Hey. I think I just need to speak.
No. IRS.
40 million Jamaican
No, the
dollars.
IRS is listening.
$23.
Yeah, Jamaican dollars.
No, the IRS is listening. The IRS is listening. Don't say that.
How was it growing up in Jamaica? Because, of course, it's predominantly black. But now here is, like you said.
No. It's not like that. It is predominantly black. Most of the Caribbeans are predominantly black. But we have to understand as well, many of the Caribbean countries are mixed.
You're right. A lot of Asians.
It's Coolie, it's Chinese.
All of that. You understand? So even where I grew up in St. Elizabeth, if you are more dark skinned, you stand out more. Because St. Elizabeth, there's a lot more fear. Like you and me. Like, you understand me? Like more dark skinned people stand out in that area. We have areas where they're mostly, as we say, Coolie people, the Indian people, right? Then you have the Chinese. So I went to school and nobody treated me different. I tell people this all the time. I only knew about racism when I left Jamaica.
You left Jamaica.
Yes,
Wow.
yeah,
A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Never knew about racism. I didn't even know about it until I actually went to
Or the
England.
cold. Or the cold weather.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, man. So nobody treated me different.
Yeah. So after you left, so you said you grew up in Jamaica from 3 months to 18.
Yeah.
Where did you leave after that? Back to England?
Yeah, I went to England.
Okay.
Yeah, went over there. Was in London and started life over there
Okay.
as a white.
You been to
Jamaican
London?
man.
As a white man.
You been to
No, it's a white Jamaican.
You been to London? You been to London?
Yeah.
London is like Jamaica too.
Yeah,
There's a lot of,
There's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of Caribbean people. A lot of Caribbean people.
Loads.
That in Toronto, Canada, too. A lot of Caribbean
Yeah.
people.
Toronto, Canada, you can get a jerk chicken at 3 a.m.
Yeah, absolutely. We also have Alfred in the building.
What's going on, people? How y'all doing, man?
Hiding over there in the corner.
Whoa, he came with it, boy.
You know, Africans, we always gotta hide because our papers are never straight. So we hiding everywhere we are, until we're spoken to and say, "Oh yes, I am here."
First time in St.Maarten?
Second time in St. Maarten.
Second time.
Yeah,
Okay.
man, I love this place, man.
So
It's
welcome
really dope.
back.
Thank you.
So if you tell me that you was growing up to be a chef, I'm gonna leave the room right now.
Nah, heck no.
So how did you get into this?
African household, you gotta either be a nurse, a doctor, an engineer. So I was on one of those lines, but I grew up watching sitcoms in Africa, right? Because Zimbabwe is a British colony,
Right.
so we grew up watching a lot of British sitcoms and American sitcoms, and I was fascinated by what they were doing. In Living Color, this legend right here. Martin Lawrence, all that stuff. Then when I got to America 23 years ago, man, and I realized that all these cats that I was idolizing on sitcoms started out as stand-up comics, and I was like, oh snap. I gotta do this. If I can just get on stage and make people laugh for 3-4 minutes, I'm in. That's what I wanted to do. I just wanted to make people laugh. Yeah.
Now, what did your parents think about that?
They didn't know. Oh, they didn't know. See, because
Do they know now?
I'll tell you this. But listen. If my mother knew I was trying to go to America to be a comedian, I would still be in Zimbabwe today. That would have never happened. Okay.
Hey, are you crazy?
Can you listen to this fool? He wants to go to America with my money to be a clown.
To be a clown.
So I told her I was going to go be a NASA engineer.
Oh, okay.
And my mother sold 3 cows, bought me an air ticket, and then I left.
And you left. And you're still studying up to today. Right?
Absolutely. Hey, first 6 years I was telling my mama, see, Mama, I can see the rockets taking off right now. The 7th year, she said, you better go get a job at Walmart. You are lying.
So where was your first stand-up?
Wow.
In Dallas, Texas.
You remember?
Wow.
That's where I live. I live in Dallas, Texas.
Oh, okay,
so there was
okay.
an old comedy club called Hyenas Comedy Club. They called me, I called them because I heard
Wait,
they
you're
do
from Africa and you went to the Hyena Club.
Yes. Hey, so it's so symbolic.
Coming to America.
Hello away.
This is the Lion King. It's the Lion King.
The Hyena Club.
Yeah, so I called them and I said, hey, man, I heard you do stand-up comedy out there. I want to come out and do my thing. And they said, well, you're an open micer. You get 3 minutes. I said, 3 minutes? Man, I'm funny. I need 30.
Oh, damn.
How'd that go?
Listen, I spent a whole week practicing my 3 minutes. I get there the first day, I get on stage. I did my set. I got off stage. I think I got 1 clap. And I went back to the manager. I said, hey, man, how did I do? He said, how did you do? You got 2 more minutes left on the clock. You still think you got 30 minutes? I said, no, I don't. Let me learn this thing.
That's true right there, boy.
Oh my goodness. So what's the difficult part, all you guys, about being a comedian besides making people laugh?
Hold on now, you left one more. We got another comedian right here now.
Oh,
yeah.
Coleman. My man, I
I know you can't see me, man. I was invisible back here, dog.
I thought you was a bodyguard. What's going on, Q?
Hold on, you didn't tell me he was coming.
Look, again, invisible. Tommy, I'm on the fly. You don't see me back here? I'm right over here in the back.
Look at Flyer.
Look at me. What's up, man? It's comedian Q, man, out of Chicago, Illinois, man. What's good?
What's going on? So don't tell me you trying to be a chef too, right?
Not at all. I'm just trying to stay
You from
alive, man.
Chicago?
I grew up in Chicago, man. I was just dodging bullets and telling jokes, man. Just trying to get out here. Right.
So how did you get started, Q?
Man, I got started. I actually was started in spoken word poetry. So into that, getting folks to listen, I'm like, it's a great place to try to do stand up because they listening. And I got up and was like, asked them, let me go last. I'm gonna tell some jokes. And they let me do it, and I fell in love with it, and quit poetry and started pursuing myself in comedy.
Oh wow!
You gave up poetry?
Gave up poetry. I still do it a little bit.
Drop it.
Huh? Look, shit. He's gonna do. I'm gonna see him shoot.
On the spot.
It can't go to music though, but hold on a second.
You gotta do Acapulco.
The Acapulco. If I was to write these lines, I can't do it.
Okay.
Stick to comedy.
Hey man, you're here to do one thing. You're here to do one thing.
One
right?
job. They didn't pay me for that part.
That's right.
You had to do one thing and one thing only. Yeah. So your first time on stage was at where?
At a poetry spot in Arlington, Texas.
It was in Texas. So both you guys are in Texas then?
Yeah, we're both in Dallas right now. Yep.
Oh, okay. So y'all like a combo, like buy one get one free?
You gotta ask somebody else.
To feed back home. You better not be one.
It's a value pack. It's a value pack.
Right.
We work together a lot in Dallas and on the road as well. So it just kind of came together when Carla hit me up. She was like, "We need some Caribbean comics. Do you know someone?" I said, "I know a brother." Right on time. It was my brother right here, Alfred Kainga from Zimbabwe. So this whole lineup is dope. You folks gonna get a great show, man. I can't wait. And shout out to Coco Brown, who's not here, man. She's also
on the way,
now, right?
She just landed.
Is she here?
She just landed.
Good.
She just landed. Literally just landed. Okay, so back to my question. So what's the most difficult thing about being a comedian besides making people laugh?
Okay.
Let's start with you, T.
I gotta go first.
Yeah. Okay. You're the veterano. You're a veteran.
Listen, I just wish that I could just touch a button and be at the place where I do comedy. The comedy isn't hard. It's getting to it.
Oh.
The flights, the this, that. I started out like I did a show on a diving board in an empty swimming pool.
You serious?
Okay, I mean yeah. I mean that's how it.
I hope you didn't dive in.
Yeah. No, in Compton. Really? In Compton. You know what I mean?
So if you're not funny, you have to take the jump.
Yeah. Hey.
Walk the plank.
Yeah.
Walk
Or take the bullet.
You know, be like, don't come back this way.
Yeah.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
Yeah, it's getting to it. It's getting to it. Just when I started opening, I'd have to take the plane all the way for 5 minutes, opening in different places. Didn't get paid what I get paid now. Just being there. Yeah. So now it's just I wish that I could just push a button and be there. Because it's really the journey towards the stage. It's getting to the stage. Once we're on the stage, we're good.
Yeah.
It's getting to it.
Okay.
It could be quite exhausting sometimes.
Mr. Yardie.
For me, I think it's more
The visa.
Yeah, there show tomorrow. Which way are you sitting at the show tomorrow?
Trust, you can't miss this. Trust
Yeah.
you're gonna see this. Trust.
2 tickets in buy for the show. You need to buy 2 tickets for the show. Listen, for me, it's more just how comedy is kind of changing as the years go on from what I'm seeing. Like we have to be very careful of what we say.
Yeah.
Too careful.
True.
Not to say we want to say anything too outrageous, but it's like you really have to be very careful.
Cancel, man. Cancel culture.
Everybody's sensitive.
And that's what I don't like
that's what comedy
because
used to be
yeah,
about.
and
Cancel
people
culture.
get offense too much for me, and that's why I try not to do most of my material. I try to make it as much about myself and my family.
Okay.
Because then the only people I can offend then is my family.
Right. Yeah.
So what are you gonna do? Kick me out of the family? All right, cool. Who cares? So it's just more the censorship of everything too much. Like that's what I'm finding difficult.
Alfred?
Just to sum up with everything that they said, man, it's a journey, right? trying to get from one step to the next. Like you set yourself a goal. Okay, so here's what I've achieved so far in my career. How do I get to the next phase? How do I get on TV? How do I get in front of more audiences? How do I get in the movie? So that's just the journey of it. So it started from how do I get to open mic, and then from there it's like, oh, how do I get my first paying gig? You know, now you got that little $20. How do I do this? How do I do that? So it's a journey, and it's something that I embrace on a day-to-day basis.
Q.
For me, I'm gonna say I'm more of the production side, man. Janky promoters, man. Just getting booked for gigs and not getting paid at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? I'm more production based, man. I'm moving to that side of the game, but that's why I started producing shows, because folks was not paying us, or me and my peers.
Right.
So I'm like, you know what? We can do this ourselves. Let me learn how to do the backside of this and make sure we get paid.
And may I say, he's good at it.
Yeah.
He's good at it. Okay, from the bottom to the top. With the biggest people to the people that are just starting. That guy right there, solid.
Good stuff.
Now, I'll tell you, my first paying gig, though, he paid me with a bucket of wings. Never forget that. You know, he's improved. He's gotten a whole lot better.
Now,
Only do it, God is good, ain't he?
all the time.
Now, I want to go back to a topic that we were talking about earlier this morning, G, with the whole the writers' strike.
The writers' strike.
And I know, Tommy, you've acted. So, are you part of the what is it? The
union? You part
the
of the
union?
union?
Right.
The writers?
Yeah, I am.
Are you affected by it?
Yeah, I am, but I'm black. So it's like, yeah. So it's like, you know, they can do all the fighting they want. They can do all the fighting they want. But when they get us together on a show, they always give us the same money. So it's like, when y'all are done, let me know how much I get.
How much you getting?
Yeah. Right. If it's the writers or it's an actor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When they get us together, like, let's say we have a cast of 15, they call it nation, whatever they call it. You get the same. So everybody gets the same salary. You know what I mean?
It doesn't matter how
it doesn't
long,
matter. So whatever deal they make, our deal is the same.
Oh.
I'll go on a new movie and they'll say it's favorite nations is what they call it.
Okay.
So they say, man, it's a good movie. This person's in it. That person's in it. I go, how much I get paid? Like everyone else here. There's the price. You know, so it really doesn't involve us, really. And now there's a non-scripted world, so we can work. And being a stand-up is your freedom.
Yeah.
That's your freedom, because you're not. You know, you're not tied to TVs and movie, because you say, nah, you're like Nas. Just give me one mic.
Yeah.
How come there's not a comic union?
Now they're thinking about it.
He said, I don't want to join that. I ain't trying to pay comic dues.
Why? So they can go on strike with? Nah.
Yeah. That's like asking free slaves. Hey, why you ain't back in the plantation?
Okay, never mind.
Why you keep running away, man? Why you keep running away, man?
Yeah. Why Yardie's like, not me. I'm good.
Why y'all keep running away, man? We can cut all this cane together. You know what I mean?
Why Yardie's like, I'm in the house. I'm in the big house. I don't know about you. I'm in the big house.
Watch his accent change real quick. Hello, chap. How's you all right?
I'm just gonna go ahead, no comment.
Give us free.
Comments off.
Oh God.
How do you guys now? You started on social media. You started on television. You started on social media.
On stage.
On stage. And Q.
Stage.
So how do you guys? Because it's the way today. A lot of new comedians are coming in via social media,
Right.
and they're not really paying dues. Have some of you other guys have done. Sensations, they got 5 million views, and they've never touched the stage, and then somebody books them to go do a show, and it's like, wait a minute, like, how did this
complicated?
And you look a lot of at their stuff, and it's just a bunch of gimmicks. It's not really funny. It's just them doing just wild, crazy stuff.
world.
You're talking about me?
Not you.
But anymore.
Nah, I'm joking.
But there's a difference. I'll tell you this.
Let me hear that.
I've seen cats who started on social media, right, and have worked their butts off, to learn how to be on stage. You know, cats like White Yardie, Major Hype. I mean, they're excellent on it. You know what I'm saying? But then there's some lazy ones. So they had to realize that, man, there's a lot of work to be done here if we're going to transition from 15 seconds on Instagram to 30 minutes on stage. Once you get that, I mean, the process will be the same. Yeah, they might have started on social media, but they had to go to the grassroots and learn how to do it and present their work on stage.
I think for me, especially like obviously that, like for me coming from the social media to the stage, I did that very early. So when I started doing the videos, I literally was doing the videos for probably like 3 months before I actually did my first performance. So it was very close together, and I think that for me was very good, because social media was early days as well. That's when Instagram just started to do videos. So there weren't even many people doing videos like that on social media at the time. So I learned how to separate them. Stage is different to the social media, and I tell people is that when you're on stage, you cannot stop, cut, edit. There's no.
Can we do that again?
Yeah, there's no. Oh, let me add in a sound effect for that. You have to literally learn the stage, and stage is different. It's a whole different background. And I have seen people come up on social media, have big following, and then get booked to do a show. And many people come out to watch them, and they go on stage, they're the headliner, and they go out, and people are like, really?
Crash and burn.
Is this it? And it's because you don't respect the craft of comedy. You have to. I show a lot of respect to people who do comedy, because it's the hardest, for me, it's the hardest form of entertainment out there. Like you come to a show, you're expecting to laugh. If I'm an artist, right, and I have rap song, sing, whatever, any type of song I do, you play my song on the radio, you sing along to the song in the car, you listen to it while you're in the gym, you're playing over the song, you sing it at a wedding, you sing it at a dance, a party. You come to my live concert and I sing that song, you're gonna sing along with me. You actually, all I have to do is say the first word and you sing the rest of the song. So I'm getting paid for you to sing along to my song, and that's it. You come to watch my show and I perform for you once, and you heard my joke one time. You might come back and hear the same joke and say, I like this joke. And I cannot come back again and do a great
time.
Like third time is a bit anything else. So it's one of the hardest. We cannot do that. We cannot. We have to make sure we always coming up with new content. And even when you think about how many comedians out there, if we speak about general topics, pretty much we're all gonna cover the same stuff. So you have to now really be thinking outside of the box of how to bring something different to the table. And it happens. I've been on shows before where I'm probably a fourth on the lineup, and the first guy said something similar to what I was gonna say. I'm like, all right, I'll scrap that. The next guy goes up, I'm like, he has a joke similar to mine. It's no point going out there repeating yourself. You have to come with something different. So it's one of the hardest. So yeah, man, I feel like stand-up comedians need their respect, and social media guys who are wanting to get into stand-up, they need to learn the craft of comedy and show respect to your craft. Man, so
absolutely.
That deserve a pink.
Man, it's social.
You missed it.
Oh, beat it! No, social media has become, it's like a woman, man. You can't live with them, can't live without them. It's like that kind of thing. True. The reason why I got lucky is because it wasn't around. You see, I could have built a big name on social media, but I wouldn't be as funny. I wouldn't be as funny because I had to build my name off of from coming into an open mic where it's 3 people and I'm praying they don't leave before I go on stage. Wow. You see, so it's I can perform in front of 2 people and have a bomb ass show because I had to. So it's on from stage to stage to stage to stage. Now there's social media, you can get your name out there. They're really, really fast, and it can work for you. What is a Dale? What is the white boy? Dale, the white boy, went big like. Dale,
Matt, right?
No, Dale. I forgot his name. White boy started it when he started his social media, and it went to concerts, and then it went there. It worked good for the Kings of Comedy. It works good. It worked good for Kevin. But they still had a chance to get on that stage. Now you don't really have to. You can get money doing it. You can get money doing if you're big enough in IG. You can take a boo-boo and do a poem. If everybody gives you hits on it, it's like Sprite is your sponsor. You know what I mean? It's like so it's a decision. It's a decision as a stand-up. What am I gonna be? What am I gonna be? Because you choose that stage over the social media, you get one or the other. Really. You get one or the other.
But even with social media now being around, being a comedian, does it make it harder still, especially from where you came from? Because now when you tell your jokes, now basically it's available for the rest of the world to see it, whereas before people actually had to come to your show in order to see you perform.
Buy the VHS tape.
Well, if you spend enough time on the field, if you spend enough time in stand-up comedy, let's compare it to professional football. You spend enough time on that field as your own quarterback, you can run a vanilla offense anytime you want. You can call a plays that you want to call. See, once you know the stage, that's it. That's your living right there. Social media, they can if the satellite got blown out, then ain't nobody got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about, suppose the satellite went out. I got a job.
True. Exactly.
It really comes down to it, too.
Yeah.
You know, you make your choice. But it also aids in what you're doing. You know, with social media, I get a lot more people involved. A lot more people come to my shows. It helps us. Because the more people that show up, the more money we make. You see what I'm saying? The social media turns into me like the bathroom stall. Okay? Everybody can write something and everybody gets to read it. You see what I mean? No matter what it says.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about nobody's comments. Because make them while I'm on stage. I got something for your ass.
Yeah, true.
You see?
Yeah.
True. You guys, do comedians have favorite comedians?
I was going to ask.
Yeah.
Who's yours, Alfred?
Well, Tommy's here today, so you know.
Oh, so you good?
Yeah, I mean, come on now. Legend. Yeah, a special request. You got to do Sábado Gigante this weekend. You know.
Sábado Gigante. Sábado Gigante, momento.
You see what I'm saying?
I'll take that. I'll absorb that.
Q, you got
Of course, Tommy, man. I always respect.
Only because I'm here, man. Earthquake just walked in.
Only because I got his phone up in my pocket, man. Only because. Some of my favorite comedians. What's my brother? Patrice O'Neal.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, right.
Tony Roberts.
That's my dog.
Oh yeah, boy.
My guy, and I'm gonna go ahead and say J.J. Williamson. Those are
Okay. Oh, he going with the going with the
homies, man.
with the street squad. He going with the
Yeah.
Yeah. Earthquake's one of my favorites. I love Earthquake.
Quake is bad,
man.
Don't worry about it if I'm sitting here. Don't worry. No.
To be honest, one of my favorites is definitely Bernie Mac.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And funny enough, we were having this conversation. We was having this conversation the other day, me and my guy Wes, and I'm upset he doesn't do more comedy as Eddie Murphy stand up because he's one of my favorites as well.
He's bad, boy.
And I feel like he is probably in my eyes the best all round comic in terms of everything. When you think about what he does, it's stand up, acting, everything. He's to me
standard,
the best all around, and I wish he would do more stand up. So Eddie Murphy is my favorite. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me see. We got somebody in the line here. Laser, good afternoon. Hello.
Hey, good afternoon.
Tell me.
Hello. Great question you asked them guys, and I'm nice to hear the answer. And don't forget to ask them the QOD.
Oh, you want?
Answered
the question of the day from earlier this morning. What we did
exactly.
So we did. What's your favorite
comedian?
Which comedian? Which comedian do you think is not funny?
Why would we do that?
I want to put them in that position.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that.
We're just gonna try to read their minds.
Yeah.
But they're there though.
Don't put us on the spot now.
I wanted to ask if you guys, when you watch other comedy specials or see other comedians on the stage, do you critique them as well? Because you know what comes with the job. So you guys understand, what's all involved. But do you still watch some comedians and be like, you know what, maybe something, or maybe you give them advice, after the show or hit them up or whatever?
I would say a little bit. I say a little bit because I'm really absorbent. So if I watch someone, I start saying, man, I could have did that, or I could have. I know I can make that, this, that, and the other thing. So I just stay in my lane.
Okay, true.
You know what I mean? But when I see somebody really, really good, I'll give them a suggestion of what helped me get better.
Okay.
I want to tell when you did that, try this. And when you did that, try that. Because everybody got their own process.
Right.
I'll say, hey, man, I'll tell them about something they're not doing. Like I'll say, you're not walking. You're not walking with your joke. You're just standing there.
Use the stage.
And it's a square stage. So why don't you try to cover the whole thing and then see how you feel? Or I'll say, you never said hello. You got up there and said, hey, man, hey, how y'all doing? So, man, when you say hello, it opens it up because it's a personal relationship with people's minds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're influencing 300 minds, 1,000 minds at the same time. Say hi. So it's just the little stuff that I picked up, the techniques that goes with it.
Okay.
So this just happened recently. Was at a comedy show, and the comedian bombed. Very well A-list comedian that we all know, and it was. The crowd started.
I had a bad night.
It wasn't you. The crowd started booing actually, and there was actually other A-list comedians there.
Yeah.
So my thought in my head was, do you guys, because they're A-list comedians, do you guys say something? So I was wondering, saying to myself, does he say something? Does he say something to this comedian? Even though they're A-listers, they write for all these TV shows, but do Do you guys do that? Do you know? And it's like, look, like, listen, that wasn't good. Like, I know you would probably do because you're a promoter.
No, I would say it depends on the relationship.
Yeah.
Like, it depends on the relationship you have with that comic. If you don't have a relationship with that guy or girl, you're not gonna walk up and say, "Hey, man, you don't get smacked. You don't get tore off the bone, man. I don't even know how you get in my dressing room, sir. Like, you don't know me." So, but if me and Alfred's on the show, because we know each other, and it goes bad or good or whatever, we can, converse and talk about it, hey, man, or punch a line or something like that. That's easy. But if you don't know him, don't do it.
Okay. Because I'm wondering, like, are they going to say something to her? Like, are they going to...
Usually when somebody bomb, we try to get away from him anyway. It's like, none of that on us.
Oh, really? It's like COVID.
Because in their mind at that point, they're writing their suicide note right there. You don't want to mess with that. You know?
It's like Vietnam. If you with your boy and bam, he gets shot, the first thing you think is, I'm glad it wasn't me. And let me get away from him. We'll do some prayers later. Then bam, whoa, I'm glad that wasn't me, man.
And you can always tell when you bomb because comedians will come and ask you, "Hey man, how you feel usually?"
Yeah, you want some water, man?
Yeah. That's the go-to water? You want some water?
Maybe the crowd wasn't right. Maybe the crowd wasn't right.
They don't understand you, man. They don't know where you're coming from, man.
Your mic wasn't working.
I hate to close the show.
Oh Lord!
So tomorrow night, you guys are ready. Everybody's prepared.
Yeah. I just love. I'm a stand-up comedian first. Yeah. I just love being around comedians, man. It's my thing, and it's the way that we bring us together. Now we got a brother from Zimbabwe in it. That means we got all of Zimbabwe. Now we got a brother from Jamaica in it. Oh boy! You know this Jamaican. You better watch out. It's all of us because and with us it's the same. Like even though they're United States, they're countries in themselves. Chicago's a country. DC's a country. Me, Martin, Dave Chappelle, we all come from D.C., Chicago. Bernie, Damon. You just can go
Dion
on.
Cole.
Cole. Texas, Jamie. Blah, blah. So it's like the more the merrier, really, because it's our market. It's how we make a living, and plus we need the laughs most. We come from we come from the population on Earth that's laughed the most.
Oh yeah, for sure.
To go through what we did for 400, we was laughing the whole way. We was laughing the whole way.
We can only laugh to help to keep us in us.
Yeah,
it's in us. You know what I mean? We was laughing the whole way because Master always like, well, what are y'all laughing about over here? Nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah. Or they'll say, is this the black section?
It's going down tomorrow night. Make sure you get your tickets. You can get them at Albugazi. You can also get your tickets downstairs at Van Dorp. Tickets on sale. It's going to be crazy. Also, Sugar Bowl, who's not here right now, also going to be on the bill. Also, Coco Brown, who's not here. She just arrived. Also going to be on the bill. We're going to have some serious laughs. It's over at Elise, which is right across the street. Y'all guys see the venue yet?
Not yet.
No.
Okay, so what's the worst venue you ever did besides the diving board and the swimming pool?
I can tell you worse.
Worst venue that you ever... Start with you, Alfred.
Man, I did a country band room in Texas. That was one of my first shows that I did, right? So,
wait,
redneck country
How you get
band.
out of there? Get on stage, boy.
Listen.
How'd you get out?
I'm just trying to get some work, right? So they say you're gonna do a 20-minute recess.
There was a band playing?
Yes, a real country band. Yeah, you talking about?
It's like the Blues Brothers.
200 red. Time to leave me loose. And here comes from Zimbabwe, Alfred Kainga. And I'm like, hey, what's going on, people? And one random guy in the audience was like, hell, I'm funnier than him. I just started getting heckled. They weren't trying to listen to no comedy. Yeah,
just wanted to have.
You know, it was bad when the owner of the place came and said, "Hey, Alfred,
you want some water?"
Unplugged. No, he unplugged the mic while I'm on stage. Yeah, that was how bad it was.
He did the Apollo, the guy from the Sandman.
Yeah, I needed to get out of there.
So that goes as number one as your worst ever venue.
Probably the only worst. Yeah, that was my first year in the game too. Wow. So any upcoming comic out there, do not do a country band in Texas.
Not on the list.
Yeah.
Yo, Q, what's your worst venue?
Worst venue, bar done, strip club. I don't know who thought about doing comedy at the strip club. Yes, I'm talking about pole on the stage and you right
Where
there.
was this at?
This is in Dallas. Damn.
And that makes a difference in Dallas now.
But still, though,
and girls on the stage while you perform.
Well, it depends because the way they set it up, if you're not doing good, then they run the girls up there to make the entertainment.
Music starts one time.
That's it. That's
Coming
it.
to the stage.
That comes in right. If you up there bullcorning, and it might be a big girl. It might not be something that everybody want to see. So both of y'all getting booed. I have one more. This guy had a concept called the Brick Comedy Show, where he gave the audience phone bricks. Oh. And if they didn't like you, they could throw a brick up there. You remember that cat? They could throw a brick. And so I did the
Somebody
show.
threw a real one.
No, look, Tommy, I walked on stage. I had 3 real bricks. I walked on stage. I was like, boom.
I dare you.
Boom. Boom. You throw a brick? I throw a brick. No bricks. Killed it.
Wow. Mr. Yardie.
Mine was a nightclub.
Uh-huh.
I got booked. It was first early in my career as well. I got booked for this event.
Where?
Pasa.
No, it was a comedy club in England.
Oh, in England.
It's not a comedy club. It's a nightclub in England. And I get there now, and I'm like, all right, cool. I'm there sitting down waiting. The music's playing. The DJ's now mixing and talking to the people. The crowd's coming in. I'm like, but no one's sitting. Everyone's standing. I'm like, is there another room? Like, and they're like, no.
It's just a mistake.
Yeah. So when I say promoter, I'm like, so am I the only comedian? He said, yeah. I'm like, so where's the comedy show happening? Oh, here, right here. No, literally, it was. He said, all right, cool. Like, parties in full flow. Everybody enjoying themselves. All right, now people cut the music. We're gonna bring on our comedian now. I'm like, hey. There's a guy dancing with a girl right now. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't trying to hear me tell jokes right now. So from there, it's like what happened after that was every booking is like, what's your venue? I just need to know venues, because comedy. You see, as much as even back to what you said earlier about bombing on stage and stuff like that. Sometimes it's not you, it actually could be the venue. Because comedy don't work in every venue.
Right.
Sometimes the ceilings are too high, the acoustics are not great. It's
sometimes
like
the room is too big.
No one can't hear you. Only people at the front. No, you will find a way. That's what I'm saying. But so some comics, you will struggle with that, because you could have some promoters will book a big, massive venue and only have the speakers at the front of the stage. There's like 100 people, 200 people at the back not hearing anything you're saying, and they're just gonna get on with what they're doing now. So they're gonna talk, it's gonna overlap. So now you come into a shouting match with people. So sometimes the venue is very key. You know what I mean? Key.
I'll answer the question.
You said you have one word.
No, ask the question.
What was the worst venue you ever did a show in?
I hope not tomorrow. No, because we never know.
You never know.
You never know. That's the one thing about stand up is you don't never know when the Grim Reaper is after you. So you can be doing good and you think you're doing good, and the air's starting to get thin, and you look out and you look over and he's standing.
Sure, getting dry.
This could be it. I don't care what.
Hey, one thing I'll tell you, though. I'll tell you one thing. If you don't have a good night, and you're on early, you're there watching everybody else, and if they're not having a good night as well, you feel better with yourself. You feel much better with yourself. You're like,
I'm not the only one.
Cool.
What's the just live?
We're just you.
Alfred, you want a glass of water?
You're staring at them on the stage while they're performing. Like,
it's a sink or swim situation.
We're gonna talk after.
It ain't for everybody.
Okay,
it ain't for everybody.
You're walking. You're doing a comedy show, right? You get to your comedy show. What's the least amount of people you've ever did a comedy show for?
Oh my God! Listen,
open mic 3
people.
Yeah.
Listen, I did one. I have a big story on this one.
Okay.
I did a show. This woman, she booked 5 hours to do a show, right? Promoted it, promoted everything. We promoted it as well. I've never been to this area to perform before. None of us ever went to that area. We turn up, nice venue.
England?
Yeah, in England. Seats, the venue seats 400 people, I think. Right, she brings us upstairs. We get there quite early, and normally 400 people you'd expect at least some people at the door.
Come in.
Yeah, we're upstairs now in the green room chilling, drinking. She's bringing us drinks, bringing us food. She's like, yeah, we're gonna start soon. It's sold out tonight, so all the tickets are sold. I'm like, all right, cool. Honestly, like so. We literally go downstairs now and say, yo, like, we look at the time, we're like, all right, the show's supposed to start at 7. It's now 8:30. Like, I want to go home. I want to do my set and go. I'm not here to lock up the place. You know what I mean? We all decided we're going downstairs. Like, we're gonna start the show. We're going downstairs, and I promise you, there was nobody there.
What?
Wow. It was all we comedians, but we've been paid.
They put a blindfold on you and lit a cigarette.
No, we've been paid. So we said, you know what? Us comedians, we are our own audience.
Oh, okay.
There was about 5 people, but I think they were
the workers, the drink, the bartenders.
And you know what I mean? Like I actually asked one of the girls, like, yo, did you buy a ticket? She said, yes. I said, from who? Why? Like, how? Where's everybody else? So I'm like, I had to wonder, like, did she have one flyer, like just one flyer?
Yeah, he
and she just went around and showed people, like, yo, comedy show. It was crazy.
It was a secret show.
Crazy. So basically, I could say we performed in front of nobody.
Wow. So you guys did the show anyway?
I got paid.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I did my set and I left.
Wow.
Yep,
Crazy.
Never
So yeah.
Like back in the days, that'd be like an East Coast, West Coast setup. Like, this set us up. You know, that's
yeah,
crazy.
man. It's just, yeah. Once we start this, man, it ain't no looking back.
Yeah.
You know, ain't no look back and stand up. It's you know, you don't have anybody helping you. There's not another actor reading your lines and none of that. It's you and the people.
You, right?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Make me laugh.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, guys, man, it's gonna be crazy tomorrow. Welcome to St.Maarten. Who's first time? Everybody's first.
Yeah.
Yardie's first time. Coleman's first time. Okay, all right. So, y'all enjoying the island?
Love it. Yeah.
Love it. Okay. All right. Well,
Love
it's
it,
good.
man.
It's good. Well, welcome to SXM, and it goes down Island Vibes Comedy Jam. Tommy Davidson, Coco Brown, White Yardie, Alfred, Q Coleman, and of course Sugar Bowl, who's not here as of yet, but he's also going to be on the bill. So shout out to Carla in the building. Shout out to Carla. Hey. And guys, good luck tomorrow, man, and keep up the good work. And thanks for coming through, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having us, man.
And G, you said after the show there's a little after party, right?
After the show is the after party, so we're gonna have a little after party right after the show. So you know we're gonna chill out, relax, and
Same venue,
huh?
same place.
Same place, right across the street. Yeah,
Nice.
Same.
Can you get my wife not to come?
Hope she ain't listening.
That's what she said. Pick him up. Do it. You sure you don't want me to come? Pick it up.
That's what she said. Pick it up.
It's Laser 101, the station with the attitude. Keep it right here, y'all.